Acme Broadcasting Company presents Action News at 7, Channel 7. Your weather girl, the guy in the other studio, field reporter, owner, receptionist, intern, this girl, executive producer, camera guy, and Tony Rago as your co-anchor. We now present Action News at 7.
Good evening. Welcome back to Channel 7 Action News at 7. I'm Ted Tedley.
And I'm Lindsay Berry.
Tonight, tragedy strikes the Cosby clan. Turns out Tempest Bledsoe of Cosby fame is dying. More at 11.
Also, the Olympics are coming up. As repressed Russia, they will be avoiding the Olympic Games this year. President Reagan says...
Also in sports, Larry Bird. Is it real or isn't it? More at 11.
Linda Carter had said, you know what? I'm retiring from the role of Wonder Woman. I feel there are many roles I can play and I will have a long and lasting career with a diversified portfolio.
I'm sure she will, Lindsay. She's a talented lady.
I love her.
And for the first time here, we'd like to welcome Summer Storms, our new Action News weather princess. Summer, take it away.
Hi, I'm Summer Storms. In the weather, this is the United States of America. It's sunny over here in Nebraska, and down here in Louisiana there are some showers. This is California. There's a lot of participation in the air, so be careful, it's gonna rain. Back to you, Ted.
Thank you.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome
Thank
to
you,
the team,
Lindsay.
You
Summer.
bet.
Happy to have you. And now, with our reporter on the scene, Kit Andrews, we'll go to the remote location.
Kit, what can you tell us?
Sorry, we can't hear you, Kit.
From the
Ted, don't
courthouse
yell.
with Officer Velasco. Someone has taken over the courthouse and have people hostage inside. Tell us more, officer.
We have about 4 people hostage, a judge who's also a hostage, and they got guns in there, so we're going to have to keep clear of this area.
Kit, is there anything else you can tell us? Kit, are you still there? Right? No.
I'm sure she's fine.
Right. Well, she's in the safe hands of the Sacramento PD.
And he looked trustworthy.
He's wearing some sort of new stealth police armor, by the looks of it.
Thanks for your opinion, Ted.
Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Ted Tedley.
I'm Lindsay Berry. Make sure to tune in at 8 when an exciting episode of Scandal premieres.
This is Channel 7 Action News. And that's all the news we've got to give.
The new owner is in his office, Jim. He's firing the old intern. As the new intern arrives, Bradley.
I thought I'd been doing really well, sir.
I asked for my cocaine to be Colombian. This is Honduras. Can you tell the difference? I can. You're fired. Fired. Failure. A horrible failure. What? I said what?
Sorry, your closet.
Is this Mr. Devine's office?
Yes, you must be the new intern.
That's right. They sent me over from Sac State.
Are you wearing Sears?
I only go to Sac State.
I just had to fire the person who would be training you, so it looks like I have to train you.
But I'm already way ahead. I mean, he wasn't even wearing a tie.
What is your name?
Bradley Freeland.
Bradley Freeland. Bradley, when you were born, did your parents tell you that you were a mistake?
I don't know. They might have.
Have
I
you
don't
ever
really
kissed
remember.
a girl, Brad?
No.
Have you ever done drugs, Brad?
No.
Are you ready to do everything I ask you without hesitation, showing no mercy whatsoever?
Yes. That I can do.
I made my first $1 million when I was 19 years old.
No. $1 million?
Yes. And you know how I made that money?
No.
Well, of course you wouldn't, because I just told you right now.
Yeah, and I was pretty shocked. If I'd known, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, you made that first
Do
million.
you have aspirations of being a young urban professional, someone who moves up in the world, someone that doesn't take orders, that gives orders?
Yes! That's me. That's Bradley Freeland. What one day?
Welcome to the team.
Is that some kind of toothpaste?
Ted is in his dressing room when Lindsay goes to confront him about sharing the air with him.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Barbara.
Ted!
Oh, God.
Sorry I didn't knock. I know how you like me to knock, but I'm not gonna knock. Damn it, Ted! Damn it, you did it again, Ted!
What did I do, Lindsay? What did I do this time?
You stepped on me, Ted! You stepped on me. You're old-fashioned. My God! Ted, it's already 1980. You know. I'm trying to be progressive. I'm trying to bring something special to KRAD. And you're doing the old Cronkite chair in the air, the old let's be stoic. Well, Ted!
I'm an old newsman, Lindsay. I've got a man's name and I do man's news. Kids today with your news, it's all laser beams and creatures coming out of your asses. Well, that's not the news I chewed my teeth on.
Ted, Sacramento is changing. All right? And if you don't hop onto this wave, all right, then you, my friend, are going to be out in the dust. All right? You're going to be transferred. I know they're looking for someone to work in Tucson, and that's right along your speed, pal.
Maybe you're right, Lindsay. Maybe there isn't a place in Sacramento, the 9th biggest market in the country, for Ted Tedley anymore. But you know what? Maybe there is. Maybe there's a place for real news, for hard-hitting news.
Ted, you could still do real news. Just, jerry curl your hair or something.
I'm not willing to sacrifice who I am.
Ted, nobody likes you. You know the ratings are only up because of me. And I'll tell you something, Ted. With Jim Devine moving in, if I can do it, I will be the sole anchor. And Ted, you won't be in the ninth market. You won't be on the wave of progression. You will be sitting home in your rumpled clothing, and I hope you enjoy your man's name then.
Lindsay, miss you so much, Barbara. Wish you were here.
Ed Brad, the producer, is giving some notes to the new weather girl, Summer Storms.
You wanted to see me, Mr. Brandt?
Yes, Miss Storms, you're new.
Yes. Yes, I am. And I was nervous today, but I was good at pointing out the United States of America.
You know what? You got that exactly right, and that's part of the news, so that's good. Look, I'm an old newsman. I've been doing this for a long time, and well, I'm used to people who understand about meteorology and high pressure systems and low pressure systems and the intricacies of the weather.
I can learn anything you need me to learn about meteorology.
Sure you can.
Just give me a chance, Mr. Brandt. This is a big deal for a former Miss Ohio to move here to Sacramento and be on the news. It's the 9th biggest market, you know.
I know, and I know it's hard for you. Well, I'm willing to give you a chance, and it's not just because there's a new boss in town who might decide to fire me before my retirement.
Ooh.
So, I'll do what I can, but say it with me if you could, please.
Okay.
Meteorology.
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 Sal Frasco goes to pick up Kit Andrews at the hospital.
God, I can't believe you got shot in the arm on television.
Thank you. Thank you. What was that? What was that?
I just tripped on the desk.
Oh.
Sit
What
down.
hurt am I?
That was me.
Oh, Officer Velasco offered me his flak jacket, but I thought it made me look too fat. I probably should have worn it. Oh.
There's nothing wrong with having a little meat on your bones. It's the 80s, you know, everybody's down with the curvy lady.
That's right, Delta Burke has made it okay. You're right. I'm sorry, Sal. I didn't mean that as an affront. I'm sorry, I'm just not myself right now.
Well, you just got shot at on the TV. That was...
I got shot in. I mean, it really went in.
Well, you went down, so we weren't sure if you actually took one or not,
Hey,
but...
seriously, look. It's really bad.
Oh,
gross.
Oh, let me see it again.
Oh, look at the scar. I can't wait till we have the field reporters annual convention and I can show them my battle scar. Awesome.
I'd really like to go with that to you. Wait, another way. I'd really like to go to that with you.
Oh.
But you know I'm never allowed to leave the assignment desk.
That's right, because someone could come through on the scanner.
Yeah.
And I would need to get to the place.
Yeah, because, you know, you wouldn't have anywhere to go if it wasn't for me. since, you know, I'm kind of like the heart of the newsroom, you know.
So, I don't think I say thank you enough.
Oh,
Give me a hug.
are we gonna hug?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't. Wait a minute. Sorry.
I don't want to see it again.
You don't? Is it?
Okay, I do. Let me see it. Ah!
Lily is at the receptionist desk when Roddy comes over from the studio next door, having just finished his kids' broadcast, to see how things are going with the new manager.
Channel 7 KRAD, Sacramento's leading mid-afternoon news break. Let me transfer your call.
Hey, Lily, are you free?
Hi, Roddy. I always have a jar of Jolly Ranchers with your name on it.
Oh, it's like, you know, my secret shame or something. Can I have one for Miss Weatherby?
Of course, Mrs. Weatherby can always have one. I have honey just for you.
What do you say, Mrs. Weatherby?
Oh, really? She should have clover. If Mrs. Weatherby is eating honey, would that be like she's eating her own vomit?
Lily, come on, you know, she's just a normal bee. You know, just eat some normal stuff, don't you? Yeah. So, you know, how are things going with the new big man, huh?
Oh my goodness gracious. He's a tough cookie and a sharp dresser. Have you seen him?
No.
He came in and a cool breeze follows behind him. It's a little creepy.
Well, you know what? I mean, is he nice to you?
Well, of course he's nice to me. I order all the coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. So, listen, they're having the Delta Valley Children's Programming Awards next week.
Oh, that's nice. Yes.
Well,
Are you winning?
well, I don't know. I mean, I'm up for a nomination, but, you know, they give me 2 tickets.
Are you taking Mrs. Weatherby?
Well, of course I am, but apparently she only counts as an accessory. So, I do find myself with, you know, somewhat of an, well, ticket to give away. Do you know anyone who might want to buy one?
Well, I'm sure so. I can make an announcement.
Well, no, wait, hey, crazy idea. Hey, are you busy Thursday night?
Oh no!
Because, you know, you could maybe, you know, ride with me to the show.
Oh!
And, you know, you can even come in and have dinner with me if you want.
Oh, no.
You know.
I would be delighted, Rodney.
Oh, cool. Okay, so it's at the intersection of I and 48th. You know, just show up at the front. The ticket will be there at the will call, and I'll try to order something maybe you'll like when I see the menu. So I gotta go now. Okay. See ya.
That Roddy is smooth. And now there's a staff meeting with all of the staff, so Jim can tell them how things are going to go down, including the hairdresser, Joffrey, who might be slightly late to the meeting.
And now, everyone, Jim Devine! Oh, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now your boss.
I was watching the telecast tonight from the side. Ted, you did a fantastic job.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I
Just
appreciate it.
invest in an iron. You, my dear, quite disappointed you.
Why?
Why didn't you actually go inside the building to get a news feed? A person who wants to excel at greatness doesn't just stand by the sidelines with a cop. Disappointment.
They were shooting at me.
I want to say now, publicly, that I treat you all as equals, and that I do not hold anybody to any higher standards. Summer, you are my favorite person. I personally found her in Ohio, where she was Miss Ohio.
Yeah.
Everything she says is correct. From now on, I want you to go on live tomorrow and tell the world that it is now called meteorology. That is the correct term, and if anybody says any different, you will find yourself working in Fresno.
Mr. Devine, if I may.
You may not.
All right.
After the meeting, Ted runs into Summer out in the hallway.
Looks like I get lost in this damn building. Still, after all these years. Oh, hello.
Hi, Ted.
Hello, Summer.
Wonderful broadcast today. I thought you did a fantastic job.
Thank you. You were, something else.
Really?
A breath of something. Different from what we've had. Poor old, Jim. Car accident and all. Leaving the spot open for you. Tragedy for us, though, but he was a good man, Jim.
Oh, was he a meteorologist?
Well, something I'd like to talk to you about, Summer. Come and sit, please.
Okay.
Jim, Divine, not our weatherman, Jim. Jim seems to trust you. And I think it was a bit hard on Kit, our on-the-spot reporter.
Oh, I think so too. I think she's very brave.
Yes. That's point number one. Point number two is it is in fact meteorology and precipitation, not whatever it was that you said. Now, I don't want to go to Jim about this, in fact. I wanted to tell you, because I believe you could have a future. You're blonde, you're bubbly, you've got assets that will serve you well in this business.
Thank you, Mr. Tedley.
Well, you can learn anything from an old warhorse like me. It's how to pronounce the words correctly.
I would love to learn how to pronounce the words correctly. If someone would only show me how.
Oh, that's kind of what I was offering, Summer.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Precipitation.
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 Almost. You're getting there.
I'll work on it.
Do so.
Hit Distraught goes to talk to the cameraman Roy Blunt Jr., her closest friend most of the time.
So what I don't understand is if the Silverhawks are partly metal and partly real, isn't metal real? Wouldn't they be all real?
What?
Think about it.
Listen, I have a bigger problem.
Hey, I saw your little thing there.
Yeah, I shot. Did you see it on the camera?
Yeah, why'd your cameraman turn the camera off? What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I wish you were still my camera.
Well, if I was, I certainly wouldn't have turned the camera off, that's for sure.
Listen, Jim Devine is gonna sack me if you don't help me out. Why don't you just resign from the floor camera and come back out and be my field cameraman again? Come on.
But I like being in the studio. It's all nice and warm, and it's easy to, to get my stuff. Because I get deliveries getting to the desk there.
But I need to keep this job. If you were out there with me, you wouldn't have turned the camera around.
Oh, okay,
You would have
okay,
caught the
okay.
whole thing. You would have seen me you being brave. Come on.
I ain't gonna get fired. You're seriously the hardest working person at this studio. Hey, guess what? There's a new TV show out, and there's a character named after you. And it's a car. Just think about
Honestly, I have no idea why I ever slept with you.
Well,
Your brain is completely gone.
I was there and you were there. It seemed like the logical thing to do.
It was at the time. But listen, right now, I need you to help me out. Come on, just quit the floor thing. They can find any dumb dope head to do that. You could be out there in the field with me. I need your help.
Quit the floor, huh? Quit the floor. I don't know. It's a demotion. It's less money. That means less weed.
Okay.
I'm comfortable, you know.
Fine. Yeah, fine. Do whatever you want.
Well, I care about you. Don't
No,
get me wrong.
don't worry about me.
I
I'll
love
be
you
fine.
so much. It
No,
hurts.
I'll just be out there with whoever is. Oh dear, it dropped me.
Is that a Tic Tac?
It is a Tic Tac. It's refreshing. For whenever I get anxious, my mouth gets dry and then I can't.
Yeah, I keep things in my pocket too. They're not Tic Tacs though.
Keep things in that other pocket too, which are not Tic Tacs.
I don't know.
I say it. Tic Tacs. I said Tic Tacs.
Are you okay? Maybe you should sit down here, darling. Come here. Just sit
I think
down.
I lost too much blood.
All right. Whoa. Come on, kid. Oh, tell your buddy Roy what's wrong with you.
I told you what's wrong with me. I need you to be my cameraman. God.
But you got a cameraman. Whoa. Hey, that was unnecessary.
No. You need more than that.
You know what's weird? I may be high, but it felt like you hit me, and then you hit me. It's weird. You ever get that feeling?
Let me try one more time.
Oh, see that time? It felt like you hit me. Before
I hit you.
Wait.
The old intern is sitting out in front of the building crying when Bradley is sent out to tell him to move along.
Listen, I know that this is a great job, and I can understand why you'd be sad that you can't work here anymore. Because KRAD-TV is the best. But unfortunately, this is still property of KRAD-TV. So Brian asked you expressly to get off his premises.
Sal Frasco is by her scanners when Ed comes in to talk to her about Jim. Third Street.
Okay.
1019.
Okay.
4th Street.
Oh, lock it in. I'm pretty
5.
sure.
10954.
Yes. I heard of the 10954. That's what I thought it was. Illegally walking a cat across the street. Okay. God, if only I had something like could instantly send someone information. like a phone or something that.
Oh, Sal.
Why's the phone on the floor?
I don't know.
Hey, Ed.
Hey, Sal. How are the scanners going?
Hey, they're going. I just locked in on a cat illegally being watched across the street, which I know is not really that big of a news. But I'm hoping maybe the cat might get run over and then we've got like a domestic animal violence situation. I could totally leave the top of the newscast. And then you think maybe Ted could have the story? Because I really think it should go to Ted. And I know it's not really my job.
You know, Sal, you're the best scanner listener that I've ever known. You catch every story.
That's true.
But I'm afraid for you and me, I gotta tell you, this Jim Devine, I don't think he'd like the cat getting run over story.
No, you're right. He probably wouldn't. He seems like he's, a little more flashy. But I'll tell you what he doesn't like. He does not like Lindsay Berry, that's for sure. Woo! Would not want to be in that guy's plaid jacket.
No, I wouldn't either. Lindsay's a good reporter. So's Ted. Well, we're all doing the best we can here.
Well, if I were Lindsay, I'd be stepping it up, because I overheard Jim telling the new intern that he was about to give somebody the boot, and his name's rhymed with Schminzy Harry. But you don't know who that is.
I could probably guess. Sal, wow, that's a big piece. That's a big piece of news.
That's what I do, you know, I listen for the news. That's my job.
I know, Sal. You're the best at it.
Oh, come on, get out of here. Hold it.
1013 on Grant Street.
I'm trying, I got a 1013 on Grantham. Where's Kit? Does she go out in the field?
I'll go find Kit right now.
That's a fire.
That's a good one, a 1013.
It's a fire.
Kit!
Fire!
Jim has called Lindsay into his office to have a chat with him.
Yes, no. And Lily, if somebody calls by the name of John, George, or Mom, tell them that I'm not here. And Thursday night, I need you to babysit my kid.
Hey, Jim.
I took off my glasses once to Walter Mondale. It was a scary time. He cried like a baby.
I heard that about him.
In 3 minutes of the conversation, I had him crying like a baby, on the verge of suicide. Do you know what prevented him from killing himself? The idea of dying as a failure. Lindsay, what are your fears? This is Valentino Couture!
I'm sorry. Your ice blue eyes. No wonder you always wear those sunglasses. Jim, my fear is that I'll be forgotten. I don't want to be forgotten, damn it, Jim, damn it. That's why I'm trying to reinvigorate KRAD. Trying to bring a little bit of sauce to it, you know?
I don't know, because it seems like what you're fulfilling in your employment is really what you need in your personal life. You need that reinvigoration. You need that something that stands up, because obviously you're dead inside, and the only way you'll ever find any life is to take your own. You really want to make something of yourself? You really want to be somebody? Why don't you be the news?
I like you. Be the news. Like Kit, only competent. That sounds good. Be the news. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, Jim. I'm gonna make the news right now. Give me the sole anchor, and I'll prove you worthy.
Last chance. Fail me, Mr. Barry.
Yes.
And you'll be crying like a baby 2 minutes into the conversation.
Failure is not my middle name. It's Georgia.
Bradley!
Ted and Summer are continuing their lessons. They've gotten to some really complicated words now.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Doesn't have anything to do with weather, but it might come up in conversation.
Anti-disestablishmentarian.
We're going too fast for you, I can tell. I'm sorry.
This is hard.
I know. Summer. Summer. Summer.
Maybe I'm not good enough to be the red girl. I mean, I have the boobs and the hair, but maybe I can't talk.
Summer, I can hardly understand a word you're saying. Less so now than moments ago. Well, what I can tell you
Is my Summer crying?
No, I'm not crying, I'm fine.
What did you do to her?
Well, we're having elocution lessons. Elocution, that's a good one. Try it. Elocution.
Elocution. It's a beautiful word. Summer,
I'm okay, it's okay, Jim. I'm okay.
give us a moment.
He's helping me.
I want to tell you something.
Sure. Jim, it's nice to meet you. In fact, I'm Ted Tedley, anchor. We didn't actually, in fact, get to meet before, but I'm glad you like my news style. I've been doing
I
it for a long
just made Lindsay the full anchor.
I was expecting, I suppose. That was natural.
But I don't want him to be it.
Why, that's...
Because I think he's incompetent and a fool.
It's odd that you made him the sole anchor. This just in, that's weird.
Do you know why I did that? Of course you don't, I just told you.
You haven't yet told me, in fact, but I'd like for you to.
Because I really wanted you to be the anchor, and I felt like I was pushed between a rock and a hard place, and I had to give in.
Right.
You've been in those situations where you had to give in.
Well, sure. Every reporter has at some time in his life. What have you heard? It was the war. I was young. I was alone. It was Berlin. Everybody sold drugs to the Nazis.
What if there was an accident? What if something were to happen and he couldn't be it? Then you would obviously be the next choice. And then we all win. I don't look like the bad guy, you don't look like the bad guy, and you look like the good girl.
Jim, if anything like that were gonna happen, the lead on tomorrow night's news would be new owner, murderer. I'm a newsman, Jim. I do real news. And I'll not even be bought out for the chance to keep doing it.
He also teaches people how to talk better.
Really?
Hate to thwart you, you being the new owner and all, but murder is against my news religion.
I never actually ever said the word murder.
Okay, disfigurement and maiming, too.
Very disappointed in you, Ted.
Well,
I thought you had what it takes to be someone that moves to the top.
Jim, I want to be the news man that I can be. And Lindsay, while I disagree with his style, I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to crush him. I just want him to be gone of his own volition. I know it's a lot to ask for a guy who's as ambitious as him. But it's what I'd like. Maybe it's time for me to be gone of my own volition. I don't know anymore.
Summer, can you say volition?
Volition.
That was good. You're getting better.
I'm learning.
Bradley introduces himself to Lily.
Mr. Define, I'm going to put John through to you. Hello, welcome to KRAD.
Hi, is this the reception?
It is. Come on in. We are the number 3 in the market.
Yeah, it's 9. That's clever. I like that. Third.
We're number 7. We're channel 7, but we're 3rd.
There's a lot of numbers.
Can I help you?
Oh, I'm Bradley Freeland.
Hi, Bradley. I'm Lily Pond.
I'm Jim Devine's new assistant.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I'm working on timing things so that they're socially appropriate.
That was a little too long.
Okay. Listen, Jim says that you've been having he said that you have problems transferring phone calls to his office and away from his office. Does that sound like you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he says it needs to stop. Now. Like right now. And then he wanted me to stare at you like this.
Ed finds Roy and Kit still playing around with hitting each other.
Wow.
It keeps happening. It's really, really weird. It's freaking me out
I'm
now.
gonna try from further. Ready?
Oh!
Good one! I like that one.
What the heck was that?
Well, we're just practicing it. Come here, boss. Come here. I want to show you something.
All right, Roy, this isn't another one of those drinking games you've been telling me about, is it?
No,
Kinda. Hey, Ed.
hit me.
Why would I do
Just,
that?
just
Roy?
hit me just a little bit.
Look, I've done a lot of things.
Hit me a little bit. Just hit me a little bit. Right in the head there.
All right.
Right in the head. Lightly. Boom!
Oh, he can't
Here
do
comes
it.
the work. There it is. See that? You see it too, right?
Another one.
There's a weird echo in this room, it seems like to me.
No, it's totally in here. Now, check it out though. The thing of it is, when I push my fingers up against my eyes, I see colors.
Roddy goes into Ted's dressing room looking for him and finds the body of Lindsay.
Hello, Ted? Ted? Oh, hi, have you seen Ted? Hello? Sleepy Puss, hello? Hello? Have you seen Ted?